Welcome to Fight Club 24/7. My name's Johnny Rashman. Right, let's get straight into it. Ryan Garcia has tested positive for the banned substance ostarine in his fight against Devin Haney. He failed 2 urine tests, I believe, the day before and the day after his fight against Devin Haney. Right, first of all, I'm going to say, I hope he proves his innocence, right? I don't want Ryan Garcia to tarnish his reputation. I hope this is a mistake, and I hope he can prove that he is innocent. Just because you failed a drug test doesn't mean that you are automatically guilty, right? But 99% of the time, fighters will never admit to being guilty, right? So we have to see if he can prove that he is innocent, and I hope he is innocent, right? But I am not fucking surprised one bit. I'm not surprised. You have to ask yourself the question. If he wanted a clear advantage with the weight, which he did, he deliberately came in over 3 pounds overweight, made the fighter suck down to 140 while he didn't have to. It didn't matter what they rehydrated to on fight night. That's not the point. The point was Devin Haney drained himself to 140. Ryan Garcia didn't. So I suggest to you, if he did drain himself to 140, he becomes considerably weaker. Maybe he doesn't get stronger in the second half of the fight. Maybe he can't take the right hand Devin Haney threw at him in the first half of the fight. Wasn't a lot, but there was a few right hands that connected bang on the chin. He ate it up. I think a left hook wobbled him, but maybe he doesn't get through that if he made the 140. So I thought that was a disgrace. But if he wanted an advantage with the weight, what else did he want an advantage in? Right? You got to understand, Ryan Garcia is from that generation, the YouTube generation, Jake Paul generation, where they will say anything. Nothing is off limits, and they will do anything for clicks, likes, views, and money. They don't care. Ryan Garcia won't care if he's failed a drug test if he has done it. Why? Because he's made absolute millions. I said in the build-up to the Devin Haney fight that I thought he was cashing out. He won't be a boxer in 3-4 years' time. I just think he's doing whatever he can to make the biggest amount of money possible. He'll say whatever he needs to do for people to buy the pay-per-view. And he just wants big fights with big money. Right, and then he will leave boxing. I don't think he'll be boxing in 3-4 years' time. Maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. But you've got to ask yourself the question now. You know, if he's made 50 million in this fight, does failing a drug test really matter? He still keeps that money. Do you know what I mean? He didn't have any remorse about coming in so overweight at the weigh-in. It was unbelievable. I've never seen the fighter celebrated for being so unprofessional and literally putting the fight in jeopardy. Because I'll tell you now, a lot of people say, well, Haney didn't need to accept the fight. Okay, it's 24 hours before fight night, right? He has spent fortunes on the training camp. He's got millions of pounds on the line because he would have got a percentage of pay-per-view buys and all this, and there'll be all types of things shown into the contract. So he is not going to throw that away, right? He's not going to throw millions of pounds away, right? So he decided to fight. That doesn't mean it's acceptable for Ryan Garcia to deliberately know all the way through camp that he wasn't going to make 140. His training could have been catered towards that. Devin Haney sucked himself to 140. Ryan Garcia didn't. He had showed no remorse for it. People are celebrating the fact he's a genius. He did really well. He's just ridiculous. The guy was talking about victory tours. Victory tours. You didn't fight him on an even playing field, mate. I've never seen anything like it. And I'll tell you this, right? If it was Devin Haney who deliberately missed weight and failed a drug test, he would be getting absolutely hammered, abused, hammered, non-stop, right? That's the truth of the matter. Now I think Ryan Garcia will go down the route that people are out to get him. The Andrew Tate route where, you know, the Matrix is out to get him, the system's out to get him, and, you know, and all this. But now I'm thinking to myself, you know, were you bringing up certain stuff before the fight to mask it? Was this your excuse that I'm going to bring up all this stuff, then when I fail a drug test, I'll say the system's out to get me and all this and all that? I don't know. Because the thing about Ryan Garcia is, the thing that makes me really suspicious about him is the Luke Campbell fight. It was the best win of his career. A lot of people thought Luke Campbell would win that fight. He got dropped, showed a lot of heart and won the fight. I think it was a left hook to the body, right? But after that fight, he took 15 months away from the ring, right? The Luke Campbell fight was January 2021. The fight after was April 2022. So 14, 15 months out of the ring. What was he doing in that time? What was he doing? You know, he said it was mental health issues. Okay, fine. I don't wish that on anyone. But if you had mental health issues then, but you were faking it in the Devin Haney fight, which one is it? You had it after Luke Campbell fight. You took 14, 15 months away from boxing with mental health problems. But you didn't have it in the build up to the Devin Haney fight. You were faking it. So if you're going to lie about something, what else are you lying about? Do you see what I'm saying? So just questions need to be asked. I don't want to keep hammering the bloke. You know, a lot of people accusing me of being a Ryan Garcia hater. I'm not. I'm a fan of Ryan Garcia. I think he's box office. I think he's very exciting to watch. But as I say, he's from that generation of the Jake Paul generation where they don't care what they say. They have no limits. They don't care because they're still getting paid. You've got Jake Paul fighting a 60-year-old man. There's money being thrown at him, as I keep saying, right? So where does it end? Is Ryan Garcia really going to care that he's failed a drug test if it's not going to hit him financially? No, he won't. Now, if he comes back and he can prove his innocence, fine, fair enough, right? No problem. But the video he did, denying it, like every fighter does, but he also mentioned that he doesn't know where to get steroids from. I think he said, I don't even know where to get steroids from. Really? Come on. When you're saying stuff like that, that's making me think you're guilty, right? Because you're talking a load of nonsense, right? Let's not pretend you don't know where to get steroids from, right? But it leaves an incredibly dark cloud over the win, as I've kept saying non-stop, right? There was a dark cloud with the weight, and now there's a dark cloud that he's failed a PED test. It doesn't look good. This is not me hating. This is me stating facts. It doesn't look good. I'm not surprised. He wanted to go into that fight with every advantage possible. Why? Because he was getting paid regardless. Look at the figures, 50 million. No problem. He's laughing to the bank. He don't give a fuck he's failed a drug test. Nothing's going to happen to him. Doesn't care. Won't be a problem. He'll deny. Take a lie detector test. Let's see. Let's see it. Take a lie detector test, an independent one. Right? Let's see. Right? But it ain't looking good for Ryan Garcia, and I don't know what happens from now. Like anything with these tests, I'm sure there'll be some type of excuse, and if not, he'll probably serve a 6-month ban or something. But, you know, listen, let's see if he can prove that he is innocent, and I hope he is. But it ain't looking good. Right, let me know what you think. Do you think Ryan Garcia deliberately took PEDs in the build-up to the Devin Haney fight? Do you think the system is out to get him? Do you think he might be able to prove his innocence? Let me know. Like, comment, subscribe.